Not everyone can talk about these intrinsic qualities because if you don't have it, you cannot experience it. You won't be able to know what has been transpiring inside you. How would these intrinsic qualities play a part in excelling the adversity within you? And how would these qualities enable you to do what you need to do? Today, the topic is the top 5 qualities to excel in crisis and in adversity. Personally, I had gone through a lot of crises and adversities. Qualities are intrinsic drivers. Generally, these intrinsic qualities are innate or born. They are being discovered or revealed as the challenges go tougher. However, it does not mean that all these qualities could not be cultivated, but it will take a long time and determination. It is easier to talk about what to do and what should be done in adversities or crises instead of the 5 intrinsic qualities. Perhaps this is what most audience want to know, but they don't realize that they can't do it because they don't have these qualities. They don't know that the outcome are produced by these qualities. Not everyone can talk about these intrinsic qualities because if you don't have it, you cannot experience it. You won't be able to know what has been transpiring inside you. How would these intrinsic qualities play a part in excelling the adversity within you? And how would these qualities enable you to do what you need to do? If you don't have these intrinsic qualities, you won't be able to have the results even you try to do it. Let's talk about the intrinsic qualities that will make you sail through and excel in adversity and crisis. Number 1, it is the tenacious and obstinate drive. Number 2, it is the sense of urgency. Number 3, it is the ability to cut off feelings and emotions. Number 4, it is the state of clarity. Number 5, it is the ability to interpret signs and symptoms for opportunities and directions. Yes, these are the 5 qualities, the 5 intrinsic qualities. Logical thinking. Number 1, the tenacious and obstinate drive. This is a type of innate spirit driving from within, moving me forward. It is ineffable, unutterable, and inexpressible. I can't find the right words other than the tenacious and obstinate drive. It is the never give up spirit from within. It is the force and drive from within. It is the sense of keep going. It is the spirit chanting from within. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. It is the wholehearted mindfulness focusing on driving through and moving forward. For example, more than 20 years ago, I had encountered an opportunity to do market direct penetration in the US. It was a manufacturing company selling automotive rubber products. However, at that time, I did not have any experience in manufacturing and the automotive rubber products. I also did not live in the US before, but I was picked by the CEO of the company after an interview. That was the starting point of my challenging career journey abroad. Since then, I have been climbing the career ladder in the Western world and involving in China trade for 20 years. I had faced tough situations, adversities, crises, one after another. Imagine this, an Asian lady worked in a male-dominated industry at the top management. And in the Western world, the male-dominated industry were rubber and heavy metal. How did I pull through the crisis and adversity one after another? In hindsight, I saw that it is the tenacious and obstinate drive from within. I did not realize this quality until I did my self-reflection in hindsight. I remember that I had enormous strength unleashing from within, telling me that I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Why do I say that it is innate or born? Because this quality, this strength coming from within, as the situation goes tougher and tougher, the tougher the situation, the more strength unleashing from within is there when I need it. Like a well, its unlimited supply drove me forward, kept me going, one after another. It was this intrinsic quality that I had, pull me through and excel in the adversities. Action plans. Number 1, the tenacious and obstinate drive. Cultivate this quality. The key words are enormous strength unleashing from within. This tells me that we have a well of strength from within. Tap on this strength. I remember I kept hearing the word, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. This is the key to unleash the strength from within. It is about the chanting, I can do it. Well, you might not hear it from within, but then you can create that voice. Yes, you might not have it innately or both, but you can cultivate it by believing that if I could do it, if this is the way I did it, you can also do it. If this is the way for me, this is also the way for you. You will experience the inner strength unleashing from within as you chant and believe. Logical thinking. Quality number 2, the sense of urgency. Having the sense of urgency is like turning on the siren of alarm struck. It raised my sense of alertness and give me the ability to pull all my concentration and focus together. The attention level immediately become like a beam light. This power of focus is unimaginable. It enabled me to excel in adversity and crisis. For example, when the joint venture factory in China failed the audit of automotive quality system, we faced the threat of high compensation. My boss immediately put me on the driving seat to reinstall the entire quality system within 2 months. My sense of urgency immediately shot up to the highest rating. I worked around the clock for 2 months and passed the audit. I did not know how I did it, but with a sense of urgency, I could not think of anything else. I could not afford to fail the mission. Why working around the clock? Because in the daytime, I need to work in the factory, and at the nighttime, I need to report to the US HQ every day. I did not know how I could do it, but I did it. It's the sense of urgency that gave me the enormous power to sustain through the entire challenge. Action plans. Second, the sense of urgency. In reflection, to cultivate this quality is to take ownership of the responsibility and put yourself on the surviving instinct mode, as if you are the owner. Truly, if I were the owner, if I could not pull through this, my company would not be able to survive. It was a life and death situation. This is the highest sense of urgency. Do feel it like you were the owner. Do carry the heart as an owner. You will have the sense of urgency to the highest rating. This is a way to cultivate this quality. Logical thinking. Quality number 3, the ability to cut off feelings and emotions. I don't mean coping, holding up, or suppressing. I mean cut off. Cut off means I literally blank my mind and my heart. I literally disconnect my mind and my heart from that matter. This is to shield myself with the influence proof. I needed it because during the crisis, during the adversity, I could not afford the influence. In that situation, if I could not cut off my feeling and emotion, not only that I would be ruined, my company will also be hurt deeply. There was a time in China, I called for an emergency meeting. 6 people flew in from different countries. But the night before that meeting, I received a phone call from the US, a doctor. He told me that my daughter might not be able to make it. He wanted me to fly back immediately. But the next morning, I had to chair a crisis meeting with the 6 people flew in from different countries in China. That meeting was handling a crisis. I had to cut off my emotion and feeling, my mind and my heart, from thinking about what the doctors say. But immediately after the meeting, I flew back. My logic was I could not do anything to save her. If she were to be gone, I could not stop it. It was the doctor who could save her. It sounded crazy, but it was real. I was excruciating when I received the call, but I chose to blank it out, shut off my mind and my heart to think about it. This was only one of the examples. I had gone through many situations where I had to cut off my feeling and emotions. Action plans. Action number 3, for the ability to cut off feeling and emotion. In reflection, to cultivate this quality is to simply blank your mind and your heart off. Refuse to think about it or to feel it. Of course, it has to be on the basis of logical thinking. Remember this? My logic was I could not save her. It was the doctor who saved her. If she had to be gone, even I was there, I could not do anything. But the company on this side need me to manage the crisis. Therefore, despite I was excruciating when receiving the call, but my logic told me that I should just shut off, blank it off, don't think about it, work on the company side, then immediately rush home. It was a tough situation. If I did not cut off my feeling and emotion, I would not be able to handle the crisis on this end. Do you see the logic? Therefore, the way to cultivate this quality is simply to just blank off, cut it off, don't think about it. Logical thinking. Quality number 4, the state of clarity. This is a result of logical thinking. This is the ability to know what it takes to make things happen and see results. The state of clarity is the basis and the ground for all successes. Most people have underestimated how important this is. And most people do not realize that clarity is a measure for intelligibility and for everything because it shows that you understand. If you understand, you will see clearly. When you see clearly, you will believe. When you believe, you will take action. You will do it. Beliefs is the commander of action and the propeller for drive. When your belief is not on the basis and the ground of understanding and seeing clearly, you will be just a puppet or instruction taker without drivers. The true state of clarity comes from the basis of logic. And the logic is what makes sense and what forms the full picture. Clarity is objective. Those who are self-focused, personal agenda driven, they cannot reach the true state of clarity. They bound to have blind spots because personal feeling and desire blind you. Back to the situation when I received a call from the doctor about my daughter's condition. If I did not have the state of clarity, my mind will not think straight. I would lose the objectivity. The logic was, even I rushed it, I could not save her. It was the doctors who saved her. That means she did not really need me, but the company needed me. I was in charge. I was the one who called the meeting. I was the one who could help save the company from the crisis because that meeting was to deal with a supply chain crisis. Action plans. Action number 4 about the state of clarity. In reflection, to cultivate this quality, you want to align your mentality, your mind to the sense of logic. The logic is when you are a C-level executive or a leader at any level. In front of the crisis or adversity, you must be able to weigh the impact, to think logically, to connect the fact with the reality, and to make the right move. This requires you to be objective. To be objective is to go beyond yourself and based on the facts and reality, not to be influenced by your feeling and emotions. When you can do it, you will have the state of clarity and you take charge of the situation, the crisis, the adversity. At that moment, you don't have time to ask around. You don't have time to invite feedback or opinions from the team members. You are the commander. Your decision is crucial. Therefore, having the state of clarity is vital. Logical thinking. Quality number 5, the ability to interpret the signs and symptoms for opportunities and direction. This is what we call vision. Vision is not a miracle. It does not spring out suddenly. You will not suddenly see something out of nothing. Vision is something you see either in the market, in the world, or in yourself. You may see that this is what you or the company want to achieve in 10 years. You may see that this is what you or your company want to be ultimately. You may see that something will happen in future. For example, when the Berlin Wall was dismantled, this was the major sign for a lot of great visionaries. They instantly saw that what could this lead to? In 2004, I had already told people that China will need to step up to be a quality-driven country soon, in 3 years, max 5 years. In 2010, I took the first step to fight the US domestic market head-to-head with the Chinese products because I saw that their technology and quality were ready to penetrate the US market directly. At that time, I already knew the Chinese ambition. Because I was there in China, I saw many signs and symptoms. All visions are built on the basis of signs and symptoms. Now we have gone through all the 5 intrinsic qualities. action plans, for the ability to interpret signs and symptoms for opportunities and directions. In reflection, to cultivate this quality, you want to watch out for signs and symptoms, then relate it to the pattern, the trend, and the logic. It is the ability to relate. It is the logical thinking ability. It is the ability to know what takes to make things happen. It is the ability to connect what you see to the logic, the pattern, the trend, or the business or life. In conclusion, these are the 5 top qualities I counted on to pull through to excel in adversity and crisis. In more than 20 years at international arena, these are real, original, and authentic. Nonetheless, it is a matter of the degree of the crisis or adversity. Learn to juggle it flexibly. I can confirm that these 5 qualities can bring you very far in life, even the entire journey of your career and your personal life. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Take one step at a time. If you need extra help, either in a group or one-to-one, please contact me via my website, jjecorporatepro.com. I am a certified professional coach and HRDF certified trainer. Thank you for watching this video. My mission is to help you improve life by gaining clarity through reflection process with logical thinking mechanism, which is the reflection process. I will continuously go to different topics by applying reflection process mechanism in every video. Watch out for Reflection Time with Alicia Tay. If this video helps you, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell so that you will receive notification when I upload new video. Thank you and see you in my next video.